Hey, welcome back, guys. We're looking at the PlayStation version of Need for Speed. We previously looked at the original 3DO release and the Sega Saturn. There was a couple different versions on the Saturn, quite a bit improved over the original. And I'm curious to see how the PlayStation version will compare to these other two. So let's jump in and see how it goes. All right, here we go. It's a familiar load screen, although it looks a little bit better, actually. Very nice. And really good detail on the full motion video sequences. Here we go. Need for Speed. Oh, and Dolby Surround has returned. That was not in the Saturn version, but it was in the original 3DO, and it's in the PlayStation version. That's interesting. Okay, and we have options again. Audio. All that stuff. Yes, stereo, mono. Interesting. It's surround sound, but you only select stereo mono. It doesn't matter because it's Dolby Pro Logic, which goes to the stereo channels. All right. Controls, and we're not going to have any kind of analog control because this is a early release PlayStation game. We've got, it's fine. Shift up, shift down are over here now. Okay. Now we have link mode and two-player mode. So this will do split screen and you can link PlayStations. So that's cool. All right, so let's do the single race. And the naming is back to the way it was named on the Saturn, the American Saturn version. So that's cool. We'll start with the city and we'll just do midday. We'll stick with our Lamborghini and we'll race against the Ferrari. And that is a very nice high resolution photo right there. It looks really good. I think it looks slightly better than it did on the other versions, so that's interesting. And the frame rate looks like it's going to be very smooth. Okay, where's the gas? There we go. Frame rate is extremely good so far. we do have all 4 camera views like we did in the Saturn one, so that's good. Say the frame rate is the most stable and smoothest that we've seen so far. It's a nice little tire effect right there. By the way, your shadow is translucent. It was not in the Saturn version. The sky looks really nice. Try and switch in here and see if we can control any better. Probably not, actually. All right. And we'll continue. Keep this party rolling. So far, I'd say it's pretty close. The Saturn version and the PlayStation version are pretty close. There are a couple of small things that I think are better on the PlayStation one so far. Mainly the translucent shadows, the little tire effects. Okay, he ran right into my back. And the consistent frame rate. It seems to be more consistent, at least so far. The buttons are a little different than what I expected, so it's throwing me off a little bit. Whoa, what the hell? Oh, it's the end of the... It always sneaks up on me. I'm always like, what the hell happened? All right. All right, here we go. I still am not seeing any police or any traffic, which is interesting. I wonder if there's a mode that I should be selecting to get that, or if it's like a feature you unlock somehow, or if it's just not in this game. I don't know. Colored lighting also, that's nice. Don't know if I saw any of that in the Saturn version. I don't think I did, but I'm not sure. Oh boy, yeah, there we go. There we go. Pretty far behind at this point. Ooh. Yeah, I mean, for the most part, I think this is going to be pretty close to the same thing as what the Saturn version had, but with some slight differences. I mean, maybe they're not that slight. I don't know. It depends on what you think. It's open to interpretation, I guess.
You've got a top 10 time for this track.
All right, let's check out something where the frame rate was a little dicey on the Saturn version, and that would be this one because of all the cars. Let's see what that looks like here. In case you're wondering, I'm playing this on my PlayStation 3. So it's a great thing about PS1 games. You can play them a lot of different ways. So far, the frame rate is extremely good.
final lap.
Not too shabby. Not too. I mean, I didn't do that well, but the game itself did pretty well. Oh man. We'll look at one more track and that'll wrap things up here. I want to see this in the morning. Let's see what that looks like. Okay, again with the nice colored lighting. That's good. Definitely impressive looking. Oh yeah, it's really smooth. Little weird thing going on in the sky up there. That was strange looking. Looked like the textures weren't necessarily lined up perfectly. That might be an issue with playing this on the PlayStation 3. that issue again. Oh man, oh my gosh, wow, that was a bunch of BS. I just noticed I don't have the HUD on the screen. I don't know what I did to disable that. Oh, if you press up on the D-pad, you can honk at people. Okay. Okay. I have to figure out what button disabled my HUD. I don't see any button that disabled it, so maybe it just doesn't come up. That's interesting. Well, it was up before though. It had to have been up because I was looking at my place and everything. Where did it go? Why did it go away? Yeah, there's no way to look at my buttons, so. Nothing seems to bring it back. Pretty weird. I'm gonna exit out of this and see if I can figure out what is going on with that, because that's bizarre. Huh. It doesn't show anything there. Okay, according to the internets, you have to hold down the triangle to disable the HUD. So let's see if that's true. Let's actually back up. We're gonna try evening and see what that looks like on the coast. And I'm gonna try the Ferrari, and we'll race against the Mazda. So we'll see if holding down a triangle disables the HUD or not. Does not seem to disable it. All right, let me read a little more. Okay, I looked up the game manual, and according to the game manual, it says to remove the heads-up display, hold the down arrow for 1 second. In split screen mode, both players must hold the down arrows at the same time. Okay. Well, let's see if that works. I don't know if it'll work. Let's just see if it works. Yep. That worked. It disappeared. It comes back when you do it again. So that's why it disappeared on me, because I was holding it down there. Okay. Well, now I know. Okay, I was just like, what in the hell? Because it didn't tell you in the game, but it is in the manual. So you have this game and you have the manual. There you go. I think for an early PlayStation racing game, this looks very good. And I think it's fair to say, if you were to compare this, like all three versions of the first Need for Speed as far as consoles go, between the 3DO and the Saturn and the PlayStation, I really don't think there's any question that the PlayStation version is the best. It just has the most options. It has the surround sound of the 3DO. It has the a lot of the effects that the Saturn one had, the extra tracks, all that kind of stuff. But it adds to that with translucencies, with colored lighting effects, better frame rate, at least more consistent frame rate. Yeah. I don't think there's any question. I think this is the best version, the PlayStation version. And it's actually a pretty cheap game. You can pick this up for less than $20. And at least right now, anyway. And I totally think that it's worth it for a really cool racing experience. You can plug this sucker into one of those new emulators and beef up the resolution. And I bet it would look pretty awesome that way too. Anyway, okay, so that is the original Need for Speed on all platforms except for PC, on all the console platforms. We're going to be looking at some more Need for Speed games going forward. In fact, I have all of the original PlayStation 1 Need for Speeds, and it'll be pretty interesting to take a look at the things that were, how the game progressed as the sequels came out, and what was possible towards the end on the original PlayStation with the Need for Speed franchise. And in the future we'll go beyond that, but next up we'll be looking at all of the other versions of Need for Speed on the original PlayStation. So that's it for now. Thanks for watching, guys. I will be back soon, and I will talk to you later. Take care. Bye-bye.